Hi guys, welcome to Dime the Gossip. This is the best podcast you can find any information. We have the best gossip in the town. Follow us, subscribe us from Dime the Gossip and you can find anything. We have a tip for the hairdresser, we have a tip for the beauty thing, we have migration information too, and my life, Isa. I am your host. Follow us, Dime the Gossip. Hello, my knowledge seeker. Yes, I'm here again, and I still have the half of the treatment. And today is my next week. I'm going to apply again, but this time I'm going to apply. The smell is very nice because it's all the herb, and you remember what is inside. We have aloe vera, rosemary, coffee. Today I'm going to apply vitamin E because I see another recipe. Because I saw in one video they recommend and they put on the, in the mix, put a little bit vitamin E. And my friend, who is a nutritionist, she recommend I take one pill every day for the vitamin E. See, I'm going to show you how many vitamin I take every day because time is fly. And time is no go away. It's just you time, Yes. I'm going to apply everywhere, like I showed you last time. And I'm going to start from the end of the hair and to the root. Okay, what is the gossip for this week? I don't know if you heard about the one lady, she poisoned the family. That gossip was, I say gossip, but it's not really, what I mean. I want to talk about that. For the people who don't know about what happened, well, as I say, this is one lady from, I think, New South Wales. I'm not 100% sure where she came from. She's coming from the small town because I checked out the news. The thing happened. She have a lunch with her family-in-law, the mother-in-law, father-in-law. She made the lunch for them. She did the pie, I think the mushroom pie. But she bought the mushroom somewhere, and she did this hydration. I think is the way we can mention the thing. And she did that, and after that, she poisoned the mushroom for the family. The impress for this thing is she did the mushroom pie for her family. She ate the mushroom. And she have 2 kids in that time, and she didn't give for the kid the mushroom. Just took for the lunch. She take the mushroom lunch, and the family-in-law. She was sick, and she wasn't at the hospital. But maybe she took a little bit. She doesn't take too much. She went to the hospital, and after the information with the investigation and everything. At the first time, the doctor at the hospital knows she have something, over there. And because he explained, it took his attention when she was at the hospital with them. She approached to the father-in-law, and she didn't show nothing. She didn't show any human reaction like a cry or, something. She didn't show nothing. And the other thing he explained he said she was guilty was because when he asked her where because they arrived to the hospital and the police start the investigation. They went to her house and in the rubbish they still have some food in the rubbish, and they do the analyze the rubbish, the food, and they find the food was poison. And when they ask about where this mushroom come from, she straight answer very quick. She say, no, the mushroom come from Woolworth straight away. And she didn't take time to answer. She just answered. The mushroom come from Woolworth. And the doctor take the note, and the doctor called the police and get the police know about that, and the investigation. You know how long this case took? This case took 2 years. Was really impressed for me. 2 years to realize, what happened on there. Look, this is the aloe vera. The very, very nice one. Yes, and they say that took the investigation and everything. But the trial, all the process in the court took 6 weeks. But they explain was 6 weeks. But the time they spent for the delivery and everything was 27 hours. They calculate by hours because someone come in do the declaration, and after that they go and they come in but they just take the time for that. And she always was the other thing impressed, about this case. It was because she always said she wasn't guilty. She always, state, no, it wasn't my fault, wasn't the accident, it wasn't me. And at the end, they took, this case was really have a lot of publicity. Many news, many radios, many, journalists did a lot of information about that. And after that, the day they got the final thing was they just enter. I saw everything because now I practice a little bit more English, and I try to see the news and and I saw the news, and when the just 13 people, so wasn't the who did the Jasmine, so quick. They entered to the room. She was sitting there. All the newspaper, the news people was there. And she didn't show any reaction at all. The lady who killed her family got a sentence. Some people say it's a life sentence for her. But the sentence is not come out yet because the tribunal need to finish the sentence with her. And I think most of the people in Australia is waiting for the result at the end. And at the end, she was guilty to kill 3 people. It's unfortunately. The other thing about this case got my attention was this lady is coming from one small town, I think in Sydney. I saw the report about the small town influence with this situation, this case in particularly. Because they say, thanks this case, they got more sales. Because this is a small town, they explain, they turn annually around 2 million normally. After this case show up, they turn up around 20 million in 2 years per year, 20 million. Because they explain, people want to see where she living, people want to see where she was, people want to see everything. It was really impressed for me because in South America, or especially, well, in general, when we see something tragic like this, someone kills someone, we don't really think about oh, we want to make more money. We saw because tourists coming or something like that. In here, they notice about that, and it's a different, cultural difference that got my attention. Okay, guys, this is the gossip for the week. We finished the oil preparation today as a follow all the step. We finished today, and I going to reserve the the oils in the plastic bottle, and that way I can use anytime. It's already mixes, okay? And the recommendation is we can use maximum 1 month. It's our oil. Is is the expectation is they don't get any problem because it's our oil. But just to make sure, you have to try before you use it anytime. Okay. Okay, this is the continuation with our recipe from the beauty tips. Today we're going to start with a new recipe. Today we're going to mix our princess, aloe vera, plus rosemary, and the avocado pulp. We can use that, and I'm going to show all the process. I'm so happy. This is so big. You can see it's very, very big, and it's a lot of aloe vera inside. I really love it. And this one is the avocado pulp. And I have many because I eating a lot of avocado. This is important for our health, in general. I eating and I put in my hair now. And this is coconut oil. This is organic one. You can buy on the supermarket. And this one is a princess. This one is rosemary. The smell is amazing. This is a natural one. And I just took from my neighbor backyard. She allowed me to do it. And this is olive oil. Any brand is fine. Okay, I'm going to show you what I see, in the other videos. I just learning through my experience. I'm going to put here the aloe vera because from the aloe vera we have to put in the clear water, and the water is start to get a little bit yellow because the aloe vera have some thing. It's a yellow one. This is not good for you. And for accelerate this process, I'm going to cut the aloe vera in some part because at the end I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I just put in the mixer like last time. If I do that, they can be easier to take it off the yellow part. Look how beautiful it is. I really love it. Look. It's very nice. It's from my backyard. Because this aloe vera friend of mine gave to me. They start to grow. I didn't know I have a beautiful backyard. I find it easy to cut from this way because you don't need to do the, until the end. Look, it's very nice. I love it. My aloe vera. The aloe vera is good for everything, as you know. Look. It's amazing. I love it. I really love it. Look, this is a yellow one. I'm going to change this water, but I'm going to use because I'm going to put in my other plant, and I help my plant to do it. Well, we come back. This is all the avocado pulp. I took it and I have a small piece because I have a different shaft. Yes, I'm going to put everything here and I'm going to start to oil. They recommend to boil with the crystal cup or anything, because you have to leave half an hour and you put everything together. It's a little messy around, but slowly you get in there. Yeah, I'm going to show you how I'm going to put oil. Well, we finally have everything here. I have the aloe vera. I'm going to start to add all the ingredients. Well, the gossip of the week is this Saturday, 19. Colombian people in Brisbane, they will celebrate the Colombian Fest. They celebrate Colombian independence. And they do a lot of beautiful activities. They have a lot of cultural activities like dancing, singer. They have a lot of musicians. They living here in Brisbane. They have some food, market, people who have a business. They promote their business in the activities. They will start early in the morning and they will finish late in the afternoon. Okay, we have to put the butter. Yes, everybody is so welcome to come to go to the Colombian Fest this Saturday. I think you have to buy the ticket, and some activities are for free. I don't have all full information, but they do most of the time in July, because it's a Colombian. It's very interesting. Most of the South American countries, they have the Independence Day in July. It's a little bit funny. Venezuelan should have one, but we don't have any more. We don't have any independence at all. This is the reason most of Venezuela are outside, because we don't have independence anymore. But we feel freedom in how we think. Of course, as soon as you are outside the country, you can feel freedom to think. The rest, inside Venezuela, we don't have any freedom anymore. Hopefully one day we can celebrate. In Brisbane, the Colombian population is, I can say, is big. It's a lot of Colombian people. Some Colombians here, they are already citizens, and some still students. Some have a sponsorship, like many different countries. Now I want to boil this one. In Spanish, we call this one baño de María. I'm going to show how it looks like. It's half an hour in baño de María. Okay, now it's time for boiling all. The idea is to get the oil. All the ingredients start to make oil. With all the oils, and they will make the big oils. And I prepare a lot of, because in that way I have enough. Some people say we have to apply every night, but I do just once per week. And I apply a lot on the scalp, on the root, and I really see the result. This is the reason I keep going. I don't stop. I have to mention, I start to get people interested to do the oils, and I start to do the treatment with the natural ingredient. But they always talk about how difficult or how long or how many hours they have to invest to do it. And I feel the same, of course. I say, well, I have to do it. But as I say in the beginning, I start to create my own system. And that way, I don't need to think about what I'm going to do. I just do it. Now it's time to do and I feel amazing because I start to see the result. And I really recommend to do it. Slowly, boring, whatever feeling is fine because we are human. And normally when we start the new routine, the new thing, especially when we don't see the result straight away, we start to lose the motivation. But the motivation is important, but the discipline is the most important for you. And I really consider myself very disciplined person. And this is the reason I really try to convince you. You are very good with the discipline. Just try, my friend. Try, do it. And in that way, you're getting better. And spoiling yourself. Do something for you. We always think, I don't do nothing, I'm lazy or whatever. These thoughts are good, but I know every time you have to change. You have to push yourself. Go out from your comfort zone. You can go to the hairdresser, but the hairdresser just see you. Like most of my clients, they come into the hairdresser just every 4 months. And something you have to do at home, especially with the natural ingredients, you can do by yourself. I'm going to show at the end how the oils make it out. Well. Here we go. Here is all the oil. You can see the aloe vera still there. And I just put here they have the small mixer. And we just put here. It's a lot of oil, but the person who I get the recommendation, she say it's better if we put everything in the mixer. We mix everything together, and after that we put on some towels and to get all the oils. I'm going to do that. I really follow the instruction. Yeah, another gossip I caught for you today is about how is your financial organization. Doesn't matter if you live in here or you just arrive or you have a student visa, a sponsorship visa, or permanent resident, or whatever. And I ask this question because I just recently start to find information, start to research information about the life insurance. Okay, this is the last step. And I already got the oils here, the first oil here. And with this oil, I want to use for many treatment. This is the principal oil I want to mix. But it's, this is the oil I already did after all the messy. You didn't see all the messy stuff, but it's really difficult to do the last step, to try to take just the oil, because we have to find a small piece of the towels, but have to be very thin, still. With this oil, I plan to do, you can apply the straight away, this oil, just a little bit. I'm going to put in the small cup like this. But with this one, you can keep in the fridge, on the freezer. If you keep in the freezer, can be longer. And here, this is the last treatment I did with the coffee. You remember last time? Well, I already did the same process. This one have coffee. This is the difference. Have a small piece of coffee, but I already put on the mixer. And I have here. I want to keep this one on the freezer for frozen, and that way can be longer, like 1 month. But you can use a small one for one time. If you have a lot of hair, that this is the idea, no? Everybody looking for a lot of hair. You just apply 2, because I did a formulation course. I have a lot of bottles in my bag. And I just divide. The most important with this treatment is we understand everything is natural. You don't should get any allergy. But I don't recommend, I recommend to try first if you don't see any allergy, and put the date. This label is for the last day, and I'm going to put the new one, because it's important to keep the dates, And yes, this is the result for today. Thank you so much for following me, subscribe, recommend to someone all the steps, and dime the gossip. Well, guys, I try to talk about the life insurance. At the moment, I'm looking for information for the life insurance. If you're living in Australia, doesn't matter if you have permanent residence, citizenship, or you have a student visa, it's better, definitely, get the life insurance, funeral insurance, all the insurance up there. Why I say that? Because at the moment, I'm looking for that information. If you have a car, you got a loan for this car, or you have a house, you already bought your house, it's better you get the life insurance, just in case. It's a really peace of mind for you, for your family. Of course, no one planned to die. But we don't know. We can die anytime. This is the thing we really have for sure. Everybody going to die one day. But in this country, as I understand now, everything is really organized. If you die and you have a boyfriend, husband, kids, all the debt you have is coming from to them. And it's really bad, They don't have time to grieving, and they have to, they need the time to grieving. They need time to, to get the grieving for you. And do you really deserve that, They look after you, all the things they want to do for you when you die. But definitely they don't have time if they have to do a lot of things, like, we have to do the administrator letter, we have to go to the tribunals, we have to do, because we don't have insurance, or we have insurance but we didn't update. For example, I'm going to give the best example. You bought a house for $100,000. You pass away when the debt is still, the house is new, and you have just maybe 2 years with the house, and you have kids, and you have husband, and you pass away, and you have to pay to the bank from the house loan almost $120,000. You pass away, and your family have to pay for the funeral because you doesn't have insurance. Your family your husband have to cover all your income because you are not assisting anymore. And he have to apply for the superannuation, all the successful thing, all the heritage from the superannuation. But they realize they don't have any. They don't have any life insurance or funeral insurance. They have just that. And it's really pain, for you, for your family. You already died, but your family is still here. And it's very difficult for them. And it's not really, they don't deserve that too. It's better you really be organized and organize your life insurance, your funeral insurance, all your insurance. And I will talk about that more in another episode, and I will tell you what could be happening at the end.